It's all running together, but I think it's Thursday. Yay! So happy. Welcome, everybody. We're so excited you're here. We're so excited you can join us today. I know today we've had a lot of new people join the Orange VBS Facebook page, so welcome. We're glad you're all here.
Welcome.
I am Amy Fenton. This is my partner in crime,
Dana Anderson. Hi.
We work on the Orange VBS team. We are the Orange VBS team. And we are very, very excited to be here with you today. I want to tell you guys that I love everything that you're doing, that you're sharing, that you're dreaming together on this page. That is what we want this Facebook page to be about. So keep up the great work. I want to tell you a couple things, make a few announcements. First of all, several people have asked us about the Focus VBS Summer Devotional. I think more than ever, this is going to be so timely. I cannot wait. It's an 8-week devotion book for kids and their families that they can use. I know it's going to go along with our summer theme, with our VBS theme. It's going to tie it all together, and it'd be a great thing for families to order for themselves, or maybe you want to order it and give it as a gift. But several of you have asked, where can I buy that? And it is not quite available yet, but it will be in the next 2 weeks. So stay tuned, and we're going to share a link, and make sure you have a link to buy those, or to share that link with your parents if you want to just let them buy them for themselves. So the devotion book is coming. It's just not available quite yet. The second thing is several of you have asked us, this was kind of funny. You said, when are you going to tell us if we can go do VBS live or not?
That's not our call.
We're not Dr. Fauci. So that is not our call. We know that you have a lot on your plate trying to make these decisions. We are praying for you. We are with you and asking God to give you wisdom as you're trying to decide to do it live, to do it in a backyard, to do it at a park, to make it a virtual VBS for individual families. Like, we know there's a lot to think about. So with that, we're working on a lot of things for you. So Dana, tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, well, we have a ton in the works. We are working on a whole virtual VBS experience for you. So we're going to splice together the videos, the large group videos, for you to be able to show on a Facebook group or private page or those type of things, so that you can get those out to your families to do virtually. And also, we're getting together the small group materials. We've edited those so that they are accessible in terms of supplies and how many people you need to do them and all of that. These are all going to be well adjusted for you to be able to do them at home or backyard Bible clubs or in your neighborhoods, all different kinds of ways, so that you have all the tools you need to get this done and to get it done right, to bring hope to your community and to make it the very best summer ever.
Yes. I mean, man, do people need the very best summer, right?
Yes.
I know we do. Dana and I live in the Nashville area, and yesterday it was announced that our schools are for sure out for the rest of the year. And so we're just so excited about summer. I think this is such an opportunity for us to bring hope and fun and light and life to people who will be at a place where they just really desperately need that. And so I applaud you all for moving forward with these efforts. I think for such a time as this, we are here and can be used so powerfully to make such an impact in our community. And so that's our prayer for you. Speaking of people who make a big impact on their communities, we have a very special guest today that we invited to join us. Dana and I have been interviewing ministry leaders all over the country and just asking them, like, what are your plans? What are you going to do to get really creative to keep ministry going this summer? And one of our favorite people is our friend Aaron Collier. I'm going to bring him on the screen. And Aaron is, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron, please, we want you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Cool. Well, my name is Aaron Collier. I have a wife. Her name is Karen. We're Aaron and Karen. I have a daughter. Her name is not Sharon. People wanted us to name her Karen, but her name is Hattie, and she is 1, and she is the boss of our house right now.
Yeah.
We got her a potty yesterday, so she wants to start sitting on a potty, which great. She's 19 months. Let's start potty training. I mean, why not? I work at Piedmont Church in Marietta, Georgia. Before here, I worked for a nonprofit through Chick-fil-A called WinShape Camps. So I worked with kids for a little while now. But yeah, we're here in the good old city of Atlanta.
Yes.
Atlanta.
Yes.
It's cold today. It's really actually cold outside. So.
Aaron is such a champion for us as Orange, the Orange Strategy, Orange VBS, all the things. He's such a cheerleader for all of us to our team, and we're so grateful for that, Aaron. Yeah. And I know when we were talking with you, Aaron, about like your plan for summer 2020, number one, first of all, let me say I've never seen anybody so excited, which I love your energy. But
I don't know how he does it.
I know. I mean, you must drink energy drinks or something. But I wanted you to share with this page, with everybody in the Orange VBS world, what are you planning? We'll jump in and ask questions as we go, but tell us a little bit about your plans.
Yeah. Well, we have to start by saying the question before we talk about like, what are we doing is like, what are we doing to show hope? Like right now, it's such a hopeless situation. It just seems like every day we're hearing different things. And for us, it can be really easy as church leaders to say, I'm exhausted and I'm just over everything. And right now, our kids need us more than ever. So thank you guys for what you've already created. Virtual VBS sounds amazing. So about a year ago, Karen and I got to test something Chick-fil-A was doing called a Chick-fil-A meal kit. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but they packaged a meal that you could do at home. And it was great. It was awesome. And so then our good old friend Corona came into our lives recently. And Corona is trying to control everything. She's very controlling, if you haven't noticed.
So annoying.
I know. It's like that friend that you're like, can I please delete her, block her? What up? And so what happened was we're having to talk through what does it look like to do VBS differently. We don't call it VBS, we call it Summer Extreme. But for us, cancel is a curse word right now, the word cancel. And why that is because we're a cancel culture. We want to cancel everything. We want to cancel school. We want to cancel concerts. We want to cancel life. We want to cancel everything. And we as the church can't, because we have hope, and our hope is found in Jesus. And so for us, we have been researching what it looks like to create kits for you to do it at home. And so we've seen kits created years ago by our friends at Blue Apron and HelloFresh. And we're actually studying and learning from those people because of how they package things. They customize it specifically to you. And so for us, if we're not able to meet in-house, that's okay. What an opportunity we have in front of us to utilize technology that the Lord has given us. And so we will create kits for each family specific per day that they'll be able to open up, and there'll be a surprise inside for them to be able to do a gospel-centered VBS Summer Extreme, Wow Week, whatever you call it, in their own home. Because we learned at Orange that we have like 30 hours a year, I think, in the local church, and 3,000 plus in our homes. What are those statistics nowadays? And so how can we leverage that within the home?
Forget 3,000. That's gone up to like 3,000 hours a week in the home.
Yeah.
Is that just me?
Yeah.
It feels like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So true. So true. I love that. So, Aaron, like practically speaking, tell everybody what you ordered, because I loved what you showed you showed me when we met that day, like what are you doing? Like, what are you packing it in? Where did you get it? What does that look like?
Yeah, there are great distributors that sell boxes. Boxes are actually really cheap. You can do Uline. Some local companies will give you cardboard boxes. You just ask them. And then we ordered ours from Amazon, and everybody's going to get a box that's going to have a focus label on the outside of it. Within that box, it's going to have each day printed out. Every day has one piece of paper front and back. You don't need more than that. Parents don't want more than that. Look at the recipe cards that Blue Apron and HelloFresh do. It's very simple and beautifully done. So we're working on that. We don't have a graphic designer at our church. So when we say that, we're literally using the great content that Orange has created, and we're adapting it because they've made it digital. So half of your work is already done. Literally, it's almost done for you. So within that kit, what we're doing is we are getting our families to sign up for a kit if they want to still be a part of it. We're not making kits for 400 kids if we don't have 400 kids coming. Okay. Within those kits, we're customizing them and using great things that Orange has. The name tags, the booklets, posters. Remember the old days when you got a poster in a magazine? We're going to fold our posters and put them in boxes because love hanging them in their rooms. And then we're going to add things like 1 craft a day for elementary and 2 for preschool. And we're going to add the contents inside. For us, we had to think through what does it look like budget wise. And after doing all the numbers, it's actually cheaper for us to do this than to do it in-house because snack can get kind of pricey because you're feeding tons of kids every day of the week. And so we're going to package it where every day is packaged within some tissue paper with a sealed like a sticker that says day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. And so then every kid gets to get a surprise and they get to open it every day. So it's going to have all that stuff in there. And then we also write some material. So we write skills. Our older kids don't like crafts. We think the crafts are absolutely amazing, but we write 2 skills. So we do a science and a cooking skill. And instead of providing a snack, we're actually providing an activity for moms and dads or nannies, whoever's there, to do a cooking skill as a break within their homes. So
that's fun. That's a really fun idea. And for those of you who are like, oh, I don't know if I can write that. That's okay. I will tell you this. If you want to offer some kind of skill, we do have the STEAM activities that are added in there too that can be adapted easily. So I'm looking at the questions. People are asking, are you mailing these?
We're not. This is so fun. We use an app called Calendly. If you don't have it, children's pastors, it's the greatest thing in the world. Literally, I don't have to worry about my calendar. It does it for me. So Calendly, they will pick a 5-minute pickup time the last week of May because we're the first week of June. And why we choose 5 minutes is because you think, oh, they're going to pick it up 2 minutes and leave. No, those parents want a moment from 6 feet away to say, hey, how are you doing? How can we pray for you? All these fun things. And then they want to snap a picture of you because you're like a rare animal now. Like, you're like in a different habitat. But they're
going to the zoo.
They're picking them up, but each box is customized per family. Now, how are we doing that? We don't have a huge team. I'm the only full-time children's ministry staff member we have. We're using a core group of volunteers to assemble those with following CDC guidelines, and all of their name tags are going to have their names handwritten on them. It's going to be beautifully done to make it think that it's completely customized for them. And within that too, so if you're wondering like, well, what about your worship leader that has been with you for 15 years doing worship? Oh my gosh, I don't want to lose them. What we're doing is we are bringing our production team in one day after we record our live service, and we're recording all 5 days of our live content that will happen on stage. And then we use a service called Boxcast that makes it simulate that we're live when we're actually not. So they'll watch live in that morning, and then there'll be a schedule for the day with what happens and a QR code leading them to any link they need to go to. So instead of typing in www.tiny.url.com.piedmont/kids, like literally exhausting, like it's literally just scan this QR code or go to the link tree in our bio, and all of that information is going to be there for you.
So good. You have thought of every little thing.
I love it.
Amazing. Amazing.
So tell us how how you're getting the information from the families to make the kits. Tell us that.
Great question. So we use, there's so many great apps that you can get them to register on for your VBS. Some of you may use Kid Event Pro. Some of you may use Woofu. Some of you may use CCB, whatever you use. So we've gotten all that content already. So our plan is we are going to send an email out. If we go this direction, we'll send an email. May 12th will be the day we decide. The reason being, we're waiting so long. We will know before then, but we're not going to announce till then because we've got to instill hope. And it's just way too early right now to cancel or postpone anything. Instill hope. Let those people know that there's hope. So for us, we will have it in the email. It'll say, hey, here's an opportunity, virtual VBS Summer Extreme. And we have created a kit just for you. Please click this link, and it's going to take them to a form where they fill out 4 questions. And it's going to be simple 4 questions. What's your name? Pick a pickup time. What's your favorite type of candy? And that's what is one thing you hope your kids will learn, or maybe one thing that that's exhausting you, so that we can write a handwritten note to those parents as they open the kit saying, Amy, Dana, you're rocking it. Hey, let me tell you what scripture says, because right now we know that 70% of the people that come to our Summer Extreme don't go here. They don't go to church here. And so we have an opportunity to not attract the 30% that go to Piedmont. We already have them. They sunk on the line. But we have the opportunity for the 70% to finally find hope, and that hope is found in Jesus. And every single detail matters. And God calls us to this excellence. And I think that connectivity equals proximity right now. Proximity means something different right now. Proximity isn't you're right next to people. Proximity may mean the interaction we're having here, the interaction on a phone call, in the yard waving at somebody from across the street. And for you as a church, I'm talking fast. I saw that comment. I love it. You should watch this on halftime, people. But within all that, if you're a smaller church, I would recommend you can even deliver these kits to their driveway, and it would be a cool way of you interacting. And then for us, we're adding, for preschoolers, we're adding bubbles and chalk to every kit. Why? Because why would you not add bubbles and chalk? You do. Come on.
Oh, that's awesome. Aaron, I'm looking at the question. Somebody asked a good question that I think is valid.
Yeah.
And I'm going to answer for our area, and you can answer for yours. Somebody says, is it right to ask families to leave their homes to make a pickup? Like here in Tennessee, the last I heard, and don't quote me on this, and don't comment if I'm wrong. You're welcome to just tell everybody she's wrong. But in Tennessee, church is considered an essential service. Although they're asking people not to gather in large groups, but like if you were making a pickup, like here, they're allowing our kids to come pick up packets from school to do work, and it's very organized, and you do have to sign up for a time, and you cannot get out of your car, you cannot come in, you cannot do those kind of things. So I would say this, just like we're not going to tell you whether you need to do VBS in person or in a backyard or with individuals. This is up to you to do what your state and the government is recommending that you do in the moment and at the time.
Yeah. So we are essential here in Georgia. We have our cool little letter that tells us that we're allowed to go to work because we're an essential employee. But we have to realize is people are going to go to the grocery store, and your church may or may not be near a grocery store. So I'm not telling you to not follow guidelines, but what I'm telling you to do is utilize what you can. If that means you drop it off because you're an essential employee, then do so. If that means that they pick it up, then do so. Or if that means you ship it, then do so. Because right now, the way the church is going to grow in America is if we stay connected. We cannot stop being connected with people because people need us to be connected. It's just so important for us right now. And then we do something cool too. So we love Disney World. We're saddened that it's closed right now, hoping that it opens soon. I'm kind of, I don't know. I just need to see Mickey and Minnie. Just give him a hug. But
right now, Aaron, come on.
For us, we learned a lot from their pre-show videos. So if you go to the Tower of Terror, there's a pre-cue. If you go to Rock and Roller Coaster, there's pre-cue. So all of our skills and missions and all of them are going to have a pre-cue with some funny chef or scientist or some random farmer or something, and they're making kids laugh, and then they're saying, today in missions, today in crafts, you're going to learn this, so that parents have a second to read the instructions for 30 seconds as they're watching the video, and then they can dive in. So we're trying to create moments that will really help activate parents to be the real heroes in this.
I love that. I love that.
Aaron, can I ask what you are doing with volunteers during this time? I know you said you had a small group that's helping you put the kits together or whatever. Is there a way that you're engaging your volunteers?
Yeah, so we're navigating that, which is so fun. So we'll have a large group team that still happens. That large group team will obviously do the pre-recording with us. We will have a preparation team, which will help us. And then we will also have small groups similar to what they're doing with Ashley. We're going to do Zoom groups. And in Zoom, if you didn't know, Zoom, you can split people out into breakout rooms with one. So we'll host kindergarten all together. And then once it's started, we'll say, all right, we're so glad everybody's here. You're going to go to these 5 different breakout rooms, A, B, C, D, E. And all of those small group leaders will still get to lead their small group. And from all of those, you're able to record and see what's being communicated, which is really cool. If you need to address anything or see anything like that with technology nowadays, you never know. But we will be utilizing every single volunteer. And then those that don't feel comfortable being a small group leader or anything like that, the thing we forget as the church is follow-up. And for us, some of our older generation, we call them the seasoned adults. We love them dearly. They mean the world to us. Our seasoned adults are actually going to write handwritten notes to every single kid or family at the end of the week, letting them know that we love them, that we care for them. And then our team is creating, if you've done WindShape, you know about this, something like a spiritual assessment tool that will actually go home with them. And if their kid makes a decision that week, it'll be in a pre-stamped envelope. They can send it to the church, or they can call us, obviously, and let us know that their kid accepted Jesus on this date at this time, so we can send them what we give kids that accept Jesus. So it's a really exciting opportunity. So we're using every single avenue that we know how to. Obviously, we're going to learn a lot, but we're excited.
I love that.
So good.
So a couple of people are asking, are you charging for this, or does this fit within your budget?
So we're one of those churches that just decided that this year we're doing 2 summer extremes. We're doing one in June for 2-year-olds through 5th grade, and then one in July for 3rd, 4th, and 5th only. That's called 2.0. We are not charging for the June summer extreme because it is a huge ministry philosophy for us to equip and empower parents. And right now, they do not need another bill. And we need to know that our children's budget is currently sitting dormant because we don't have kids in here. So if we need to spend the whatever amount we need to spend, then let's spend it to do great ministry. Now, the July one that we hope will happen in-house for us will be at night, only for preteens. We're writing our material using some of Focus's as well. And then we're charging $20. But every day there's squad wars and all kinds of different things. So if you have questions on that, you can email me or find us on Instagram. But yeah, to answer you, we are not charging for the first one because we think that there's just too many bills coming parents' way right now.
Aaron, give them your ministry's Instagram account because I love to follow it. It's a great one.
If you are on Instagram, follow us at Piedmont Kids, all one word. Piedmont is Piedmont Kids. Follow us, DM us, let us know who you are. We want to follow you and we want to support you. But in all this, what we all have to realize is I just said a lot of things that sound really overwhelming. But what you need to realize is everything, 99% of what we're getting has already been created by Orange. And May 1st, I've not seen it either. I'll see it at the same time as you. But what I will see is I know that it's going to be done in excellence and in a way that I can literally just push print on my printer. And I'm not stressed about that at all. The hardest part of this whole thing for me is finding boxes, opening them, and taping them shut. That is the hardest part.
Well, we're working hard behind the scenes to get to pivot and get all of these new resources created for you guys. And we're really just editing what's already been done. We're tweaking it to make it work in any scenario. And if we get them back before May 1st, then we will for sure let you know. We are working very hard behind the scenes on all these things because we want to help you. We want to equip you. We don't want you to be sorry you purchased Focus VBS. We want you to be thankful that you picked this and that it's going to work in any context you may have. Aaron, one more question for you. Some people are asking, how big is your church? Like, how many kids do you anticipate?
Yeah. So on a normal Sunday, we have 1,200 at our church. We are very small staff. Our whole staff in total is 19 people, including facilities. We have 320 kids that come on Sundays, and we will have 400 that come to Summer Extreme. We are expecting probably a 30% drop when we announce that it'll go virtual. Nothing against us. We just estimate that some people are going to say, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to worry about that. And that's okay. But we also know that when we announce that it's virtual, more people will sign up too. We're not closing it. We're not saying, hey, we're shut down. We're offering it until the day it happens, awesome. Which is super exciting.
Well, and a lot of people, I think I saw a few people say this, that they were saying, like, do you really think parents will want to do this when they've been working so hard doing schoolwork? Dana and I are moms of school age kids. We've finally figured out a rhythm for our day. Mm-hmm. So, they have to be at the dining room table by a certain time, and we work on a little bit of schoolwork. And mine are taking typing class right now. Like we just do some little things every day, and we found a good pattern that works for us, that ensures, because my teenage boys don't graduate from the Academy of Xbox by the end of this. And so for me,
they're going to get a dual graduation.
Right.
I love it.
My fear. So for me, like, we're already in a good routine and a good pattern. And once school's done, I think I would be thrilled to have an opportunity to have something else that would fit in that flow so that I could continue to get my work done. But then I know they're doing something that is pouring back into their life and feeding them.
And we hope that it's so easy, Amy, and you've created it so easy that if mom and dad needs to say, go do this craft, I've got to take this phone call, that we've made it in a way that they can do so. And what parent doesn't want their kids to continue to learn about Jesus? If one activity works for the whole week, then that's a win for the local church, because we have connected that kid with the greater news of the gospel, and we have instilled hope, truth, and light in such a dark situation. So I would say yes all day. And if for those that don't like it or don't want to do it with their kids, I would say they're going to not sign up to get a box.
Yeah. I agree. They just probably won't sign up. Although I can't wait until we get deep in this and past it to find out just how many new families you had sign up that, weren't even a part of your church, but they just heard you were offering something for kids to do this summer. I think that's an amazing opportunity, Aaron. I love it. Anything else in closing that you feel like you want us to know? Dana, anything I forgot to ask?
No, I think we covered it. Aaron, you are so smart.
Thank you. I want all of you to know that you can do this. We literally just study other children's ministries. It's something we do for fun. Call people. We talk to at least 5 churches a week. We don't know it all. We really don't. I called 3 years ago, Orange, and I talked to an Orange specialist named Terry, and I was in tears because I didn't know what I was doing, and I still don't know what I was doing. But what I do know is I have the greatest rule book of all, and it's God's word, and he helps guide me, and we have leaders that want to help each other. And so what I would say in all this is none of us have this figured out. It changes every hour and every day. But what we know is when the gospel is presented in a very clear manner, kids and families are going to be changed, and life changes what we're praying for. And so you got this in whatever capacity you do it, and know that we're praying for you, and know that I'd love to pray for you. And I know that Amy and Dana would too. Just message them. They really are genuine people that care for you. They're not just behind a screen. They're human, and they love you dearly, and they love your ministry. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, we are a team. We're doing this together.
Yeah. And Aaron, that's why we're interviewing people like you, because we don't know either. This is unprecedented. And so we're trying to learn from you guys and invite other people into these conversations as we're navigating this. But I'm really excited. I just really am excited to see what people do with this summer material and how they continue to use it to bring hope. So again, Dana showed this at the beginning. We are tweaking everything. It will be in a folder on your download site, orangevbs.com/download. Log in like normal, like you would to get your curriculum. We've just added a few extra folders there. So it'll
including the rest of your summer curriculum.
Right.
That will show up there too. So you can get it all in one place.
You should have gotten an email from Amy yesterday. If you've not read your email, you should.
Or if you've sent me to spam, go find me. But yes, all your summer material will live there. And if you're brand new and just tuning in because you wanted to see what we're doing for summer, let me say, if you purchase the Orange VBS kit, you do get free June and July curriculum with it, that's themed the same. It goes hand in hand with this VBS. So I say that to encourage you if you're trying to figure out what to do for summer. That's another option for you. So, all right, friends, I'm going to wrap us up. Aaron, thank you again for being
with us. So much.
You got it.
And we'll see you guys next Thursday. We'll be back here to keep on diving into this. Thanks.
Bye, everybody. Have a good week.